What's up? Yo! So, what's this all about? Obviously, by the title, it's SimCity motherfucking plus plus. What are we doing? Let's talk about this. You can read the project on romhacking.net, but we are working on Super Nintendo SimCity to figure that stuff out. Booyah! Because nobody's done this shit yet. And I'm getting sick of waiting. So, we may as well, learn this shit by diving in and figuring out this shit. So we can update the data crystal and that shit. I've done years wrong hacking, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's the project details. In short, figuring out SimCity, SNES. Internal working code and expand upon some capabilities. New graphics, sounds, background music, menus, scenarios, etc. Add a debug options shortcut to the main screen where it says press start. Just the options. Also some extra options to debug screen, just for to be able to learn how to make a screen to add that shit from scratch. This would be useful for any other project, right? Right. So, SimCity is pretty simple. It's one of the simplest Super Nintendo games there is. It's very complex, and it's stack management and micromanagement stuff, but overall it's very simplistic. Expand the total number of internal save slots by 2 or more, and double the amount of total scenarios. Build a scenario editor. Internal in the ROM. Hence, we're not making a temporal flux. I want something inside the ROM where you could just have a city built, load it, and then be well, I want there to be a big nuclear explosion at this giant black X. And then, these are the definitions of how long you have, how much money you have to beat the scenario, what the conditions are, blah, blah, blah. You type that, you can, set that in the game. Shouldn't be that hard. That'd be sweet. Maybe an external one, but I'd actually like to keep it all internal. In case you want to do it, on the road or on the fly or whatever. Scenario length, duration. With city slot to load for the scenario. That stuff. Increase the city name size up to 16 characters. Makes sense. Speed up the game's processing time. So we can have maps. Random generator. In the maps, add park, grassy park. Add park trees, etc. Randomly generate in the maps also. That kind of shit. Cool. So it increases land value and stuff. Customization. Very easy mode. Start with 40,000 K. I replaced easy mode starting 20,000 with 40,000. That's cool. I can't find where the fucking letters are to make it say from that to that. I can't find it. It's some weird fucking index that it just eludes me. It would almost be easier to copy the index and the graphical point on the screen and just shift those, average that over, and then put a very easy mode. That seems to be the same amount of effort, so may as well motherfucker do that. Disable plane crashes, no matter what. Even when disasters are off. Yay! This can finally go away! Yeah. Buildings very high in crime should have an almost shady tint to them. Think of a hospital with an almost murky Chernobyl-like tint to it. Ooh. Allow power lines, roads, and rails to be overlapped over water, crisscrossed. This, of course, will allow us and require us to expand and add new graphical tiles. Not hard. That's a couple, changes. That's not hard. That's an easy start, this stuff. This is, the way I have this mapped out, pun intended, is, it builds to more complex stuff. Speaking of graphical tiles, allow setting screen where you can choose your team colors for the football stadium, where you can adjust the palette of the audience and cars outside. The locomotive train should also reflect the team colors. Right? Right. Just as an added thing to that you can adjust as a setting. Cool shit. That will help us with our cross-hacking, splicing for later things, when we get to deeper Chrono Trigger or whatever things you're gonna do. If you come from the Temporal Flux series and you just spewed onto this video or whatever, and if you haven't watched my Chrono Trigger editing series, it's a smash. I got about 35 videos out right now covering many complexities. Yeah, check it out. And as a bonus, when you get a train station, a locomotive should actually have 2 cars along instead of just one and move slightly faster. So like just as another simple thing to build on. Yeah, I'm making a lot of diagrams. Large parks. I already did this. I have a buddy that helped me write this routine. They did it for me, actually. I modified it. I started figuring it out. And they give me 9 large parks for 100 small parks each. I changed it to 15 large parks for only 50 small parks each. And thank you, Zambo of romhacking.net. Thank you. This, I assume, is the original code. And when I was doing number searching for the index of parks, this came up. It was like 0E or something like that. 0E0397. Something close to that. It had the 0397. This index here, 32, that's 50, right? Right. If we get our calculator out, that's what it is. Its second number, 0. This one's 100, 64. Its second is 0. This one's 150, 96. This is 200. This is 250. Now it gets to 300, which is actually 2C1. Because it will flip. It does like one of those little Indian, big Indian. I forget the difference. We should know these things. But yeah, it goes all the way up to that. The last park, you're going to need 65,535 small parks, of course. But you have to cap off the index. For some reason, that's what he told me. So I'm gonna study the crap out of this. I got the tech sheets. I know this is a load to the accumulator. That this is motherfucking a bit shift for A in the accumulator from this. So it's gonna bit shift this some direction somehow. Transfer accumulator into register Y. So it's going to move A, load A, basically transfer A into Y. T. And then load accumulator, this value, load accumulator. Oh, there's our FFEO right there, which is our table. And then load that into Y. And then compare. Do a branch, if not equal, I think is what that is. There's 15 values here. That's 1. That's 2. It goes all the way up to 15. It was 10 before, but I added this bottom row. And then just like changed it. Yeah. So this is my start of learning assembly. I'm excited. Increment 0CB7. I assume like you got one of these already. I assume, so it's going to increment to the next one, right? Makes sense. Load accumulator. I don't know what the hashtag $together means, but 19, okay, sure. And then store into accumulator 0397, whatever, I don't know. And then load accumulator, that thing again, 1, assuming like it's setting, it's possibly setting each one of these indexes, like one of these, this has gotta be like a numerical table of pointers, like a hex. This is a hex address of like, 03FFE1. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it could be. And then this could be like FA. And then this is FC, FD, or whatever. So it could be that. It could be that. Somehow, like, it's using. I'll look into that a little bit more. So it's going to plus increment, I think, like the reference to that, or whatever that's used for. And then stack, or store into the accumulator, the 0395, which is 2 less than this. So somewhere I have to watch those, and then we have the pull accumulator, a stack pull. It's pulling off the stack. A pop. You know how like you stack a bunch of donuts on a circle loop? You have to pull or pop them off in order. You're not pulling unless you're ripping that fucker, which is gonna cause a crash when it comes to programs. You ain't ripping that shit off. You're pulling it off the stack in the order reversed of how it was stacked. So yeah, and then RTS, return from subroutine, so return out of this. I'm still studying all this shit to understand what it fully means. So I want to have this fully commented and like turn this into double the amount of casinos and amusement parks you can get for, like, because you need 300 roads for the first one, and then it's 600 and then 900. You get 3. I want 9 of them every 100. I want, like, my cities, I want them to be styling. I want them to be styling. I don't care so much about, like, doing a little bit of hacking to the game. Like, I don't consider that cheating. I can adjust the tax rates and modulate other factors, whatever. So yeah, we got that. That's what's up. So we did that. That's already done. Next from 3. Down from 300. Yeah, as well as other new gifts. A city hall, botanical garden from NES, a baseball stadium, domed arcology. Like 10,000 people in one building, etc. Park tiles should be replaced with park grassy, costs $10. Park tree, $20, higher land value, and have a difference in between them. Water, finally be able to build water, but for $50. And then sandy, rocky tiles, like when you bulldoze a building and there's like that rubble, but change the palette slightly still. So you know the difference between rubble and like actual sand, because sand should count as a park and increase land value instead of rubble, and rubble does not increase land value. I assure you, it does not, even though it looks badass to like put a bunch of residential zones and then put a twisty road between them, bulldoze them all, and then leave the rubble so it looks like you have a cool rocky hill. Cool shit! I started doing that with my cities, and I was like, you know what, this is not helping my land value, though. As much as it looks badass. I want that to look badass and be profitable. And then I want hilly tile. Right and left. I drew up... I don't know where the fuck that is. We will talk about this way later. Yeah, here we go. Damn it. Well, it's on my romhacking.net page. I basically took a... Why do I have so many sort me? For the love of God, later, please, God, sort me folders. Yeah, basically, it's, like a tile. And, like, just a hill. Like, I don't know why I'm going on about this shit. Fuck. But then it's, like, layered over the grassy park stuff. And then, like, it's a hilly tile. And then there will be a rubble sandy version, so it gives the illusion of height on a flat map. Yeah, cool shit. We can have cooler cities. Yeah. Same description. Yep, that. Be able to develop shorelines and have a grassy shoreline or sandy shoreline, which would be different than undeveloped shorelines for those who like to detail their maps. With these kinds of different parks, we can make some really kick-ass shit. Fuck yeah. Also, national park and national monument. Yeah, as well as City Hall. When you get a population of 50,000. Should same title dimensions as the other gifts, but the national should be the size of a stadium, with abbreviated, truncated, shorted names in the bottom left corner. It'll be like just NTNL Park or whatever. If somebody wants to come up with graphics, let me know. And then apparently there's these boat tile paths that like are through the maps. I thought the boat just wandered. Like apparently that's the thing. We can do that with airplanes then later if we figure this out. And then make it so like your airplanes will fly into your map, go to your airport and land. Wait a little while, take off, pick one of the 4 paths, and then branch to that and then leave. And then every once in a while a plane lands instead of them fucking being stupid. Like what the hell are they smoking? Yeah. There's some other shit. We'll get into that later. For now, I'm interested in people that want to help me with this project. Because, yeah, we can... See, I'm doing this legit. I got 3 parks already. $150 plus 16. See, like when I put a park over the trees, I want that to automatically be one of these. Dude, I'm so happy about this. I could just keep fucking getting these. Damn it. Yeah! I'm so fucking thrilled. Yep, 250. Oh yeah, and I gotta move. My city center is this one right here. So I gotta start building some shit up here so I can stretch that city center. Yeah. There's a guy, CM89 on YouTube. He knows all this shit. Like, that's a thing. Yes, it is. Check it out. Let me know. Let me know.